As we go through this hurricane season, the intensity as well as the track of all of these systems is variable, and obviously the latest information is what you should rely on as you go through the next few months. And so in fact we have Isaac, which is back as a tropical storm, and obviously Florence is battering the United States. And we basically have been seeing the swells across Trinidad and Tobago. Now it's restricted to Tobago's northern shores, with the second hazardous alert basically taking into effect that the battering waves and the dangerous currents will mostly be across the northern areas of Tobago. So you could be seeing some disruptions there to sea bathing, as well as for fisherfolk, etc. heading out. Be mindful of those waves of possibly 2 to 2.5 meters as we go through Saturday afternoon. And there we have Isaac, which is now back as a tropical storm, and the swells from Isaac are now beginning to affect not only Hispaniola but out towards Jamaica, and then eventually pushing westward as well. So they're experiencing rough seas as well as some strong rip currents and some gusty showers. Now the tail end of some of the moisture is still pushing some showers up towards the Lesser Antilles, but for us here in Trinidad and Tobago it's just the swells that have been affecting us, and that will likely end by the time we get to late on Sunday. But overall, from a Sunday we could be seeing a bit more moisture coming in courtesy of the ITCZ. Yes, we haven't had a visit in a while. We could be seeing a bit more moisture by the time we get to Sunday and Monday. So for tonight in the Tobago, occasional showers are pushing through, but there will be some sunshine first thing in your morning, and it will also feel quite hot. And then as the afternoon wears on, you will find a bit more cloudiness pushing in from the east and eventually coming across into western areas of Tobago as well. And for Trinidad, it's mostly clear, settled night. Still a few showers are popping in and out, but that's normal for this time of the year. As you go through your morning, look for hot sunny conditions to start your day. If you're heading to the market or heading out, obviously try and drink lots of water. It will be quite hot, possibly 34 degrees Celsius for the most part. And then we will see a few clouds, maybe a few brief showers as well, popping in around the eastern areas as we go through later on in the afternoon and going into the evening. Similarly, for southern areas, you can see here not much chance of showery activity first thing in the morning, but as we go through the afternoon, later on in the evening, that's when you begin to see a bit more cloudiness as we see the moisture pushing in for the end of the weekend. So a mild night, 24 degrees Celsius in Trinidad, 26 in Tobago, a hot 34 in Trinidad tomorrow, 32 in Tobago, and it will see the temperatures take a dip through Sunday and into Monday. 31 expected for Tobago under some thundery showers. There's also a possibility of gusty winds and street or flash flooding in those showers. And for Trinidad as well, we lose 34. We hover around 30 for Sunday and Monday. And then on a Tuesday, still a scattering of showers that could turn thundery as we go through early next week. Now for fisherfolk heading out, that hazardous seas alert should expire by the time we get to Saturday at 4 p.m. But before then, you'll still continue to see battering waves 2 to 2.5 meters in those long east-northeasterly swells of 12 seconds on Saturday. We should be seeing some improvement as we go through Sunday. Now, of course, the Eastern Caribbean, there has been quite a bit of moisture still hanging over from a tropical storm Isaac up towards the north, especially for the Leeward Islands, up towards Puerto Rico, and then eventually you'll see that pushing into Santo Domingo and much of the Dominican Republic. Obviously, they'll be watching for the possibility of some of those heavier bursts. And there is Isaac. It's basically, it's uncertain as to how long Isaac will last, but as a rainmaker, it will definitely be pushing close to Jamaica by the time they get to Monday, and eventually from there, obviously still over some open waters up towards the beginning of next week. So we start our tour then with mostly fair skies for the Windward Islands and much of the Lesser Antilles, but we will be picking up those thunder showers for Antigua as well as St. Kitts across into Puerto Rico as well. And for the Greater Antilles, the bulk of that rain will be coming into Santo Domingo. Some downpours there, possibility of a flash flooding as well. And eventually that will push into Port-au-Prince by later on Saturday, more so for Sunday. And also for Kingston, they'll be seeing sunshine at least for Saturday. But by the time they get to Monday, they'll see a bit more rainfall there. And obviously, we've been watching the images of Florence, and Florence will continue to be a huge rainmaker even into next week, even as it is basically weakening as it heads further inland. But the flood threat remains high. So that's your weather, and that's it from me.